Rent-A-Girlfriend. Oh boy. I had no idea what to expect going into this show. I mean, it's literally called Rent-A-Girlfriend. You already know it's gonna be a fucking disaster. Or at least that's the impression I got at first. In spite of the title, the last thing I expected this guy to do was go out and rent a girlfriend. In fact, the first episode caused me a great deal of distress. The concept alone just made me really uncomfortable. And yet they decided the main character, Kazuya, had to make it worse somehow. And they did. They made him worse somehow.
意味ないでしょそんなどうせ一日だけの付き合いなんだから
ちょっと和也くん急にどうしちゃったの
すぐ別れるんだからいくら相手のことを思ったって無駄じゃん
You're the one who rented her out, dude. What are you even doing anymore? Oh my god. The first few episodes, he just spends digging himself a deeper and darker grave, knowing full well the consequences of these decisions, and the entire time he just has this stupid-ass look on his face. And dare I go as far to say, this man is cringe. Yeah, he's being pretty cringe. And in spite of all of his actions, every episode, I'm just hoping and praying that he'll do better, but he just keeps destroying my expectations by doing worse and worse. I don't get how you can do that. Oh my god. Anyways, the show's pretty good. In spite of any weird first impressions, this show was surprisingly really addicting to get into. The show follows Kazuya, sadly, and his rent-a-girlfriend endeavor to throw himself into the shittiest love life situation imaginable. He starts out by renting out obvious best girl of the show, Mizuhara. Seriously, it's not even close. They go on their date and then they... Oh, okay, come on guys, real in public? That's disgusting. Jesus. Kazuya goes home and gets mad at her for doing her job. And decides the very mature thing to do here is rent her out again and show her off to his family and his friends. This fucking guy, dude. It's seriously such a pain to watch him pull some of this shit, but when he actually manages to turn things around and do something right at least once, it is so satisfying. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. Kazuya's actually doing something right. That is Pog. Oh my god, that is poggers. One thing I really like about the show is the way the characters interact with each other. For the most part, it's relatively natural and down to earth. His friends actually make suggestions to him when things get rough for him, and he ignores them. No matter how mad Mizuhara might get, she's always able to take a step back and look at the full situation. It just doesn't really feel like an average harem where you put the characters together and ship them off and that's the end of it. The characters feel genuine and it just feels like a romance between Kazuya and Mizuhara. I know it's only season 1, but the other 3 girls do not stand a single chance. It's not even fair, come on. But Ruka came in and her heart started beating and she became girlfriends. She's good. No, shut up. She's not good. Even the show treats her like a chore. Unlike Mizuhara and Kazuya's friends, Ruka doesn't really have those same natural feeling interactions with Kazuya. She just kind of forced her way into the show one day, honestly. That's what it feels like. Of course you can just conclude that she's pushy and possessive, but the show really makes her out to be an unwanted presence, and as such, she's not gonna compete with Mizuhara, come on. And that's just the thing with the other 2 girls too. No, I can hear you. I am not talking about my mother. Mami-chan is just the most hateable character of all time. I also really want to like Sumi, but she only got like 1 episode's worth of screen time, so I have to wait for next season to see how she is. Anyways, moving away from the best girl competition and on to my final point about the show, it never really comes off as uneventful or filler, and this is probably because despite the main situation between Kazuya and Mizuhara being as bad as it is, they're constantly being thrown into more difficult and complex situations. You could legitimately just sit there and go, man, this situation couldn't really get much worse, could it? And the show will just dropkick you with the greatest cliffhanger of all time and say, oh yeah, you know you're gonna watch the next episode anyway, right? Right? You thought that was the last episode for the night? No, you're watching 1 more. You think it won't happen now, but you're gonna want to see how everything gets resolved, trust me. It's hard not to click the next episode button on this show. It's so addicting to constantly be rooting for Kazuya to be a better person and for it to actually pay off. Ooh, that's such a good feeling. Anyways, good luck Kazuya. I'm excited to see season 2, but I am not gonna read the manga. Oh, and keep it best, bro. Let's fucking go!